So, Moses, Serena Williams. What can you tell us about Serena Williams in her previous Australian Open?
The Australian Open, she was knocked out by Karolina Vitova in what would have been Serena Williams' moment to completely seal her legacy and the game of tennis, mostly in the women's category, as the greatest tennis player of all time. But she was knocked out, which means that she now has 3 other Grand Slams to utilize to seal that legacy and go on to write history as the lady who has won more Grand Slams than any other in the game of tennis. The game, the Australian Open has been won by Naomi Osaka. Emron, his girlfriend, he fantasizes about her sometimes.
Okay, that is
obvious.
What happens when he's fantasizing?
Those are questions that you best have to ask Emron, not us.
Such uniforms with fantasy.
When you talk about those uniforms, you mention a very critical aspect. But getting back in, Serena Williams started at the age of 20. To really get into the
she's
Grand
currently
Slams.
30 what?
She's currently 32 years of age. Last year alone she came back after giving birth to take part in the US Open, which she lost to Naomi Osaka in what was considered a controversial final in the US Open. So,
why was it controversial?
Serena Williams accused the umpire of some decisions that favored the opponent, that's Naomi Osaka, and she went on to say, had it been men, the decisions would have been going elsewhere, and so it became more of.
But you do realize the old trainer of Serena Williams is it's the same trainer helping out Osaka.
Oh, Naomi Osaka, yes.
So
yeah.
it seems like a power play. You let the old guard go and then you let the young ones come in.
What is it about the female gender and not being very cooperative with each other? Even recently I was on a border, I was in traffic, and then the lady officer stopped another lady who was driving and let the other guys drive past her in traffic.
I don't know, because I've seen Serena Williams, and from what I've watched her do, she has been able to support some young talents over time, and then beating, she goes on, not only just beats them but thrashes them, and after thrashing them she goes on to console them and tell them, there's future, just keep on playing. I don't know whether those are the exact words she uses.
That's because she's on the winning side. She's on the losing side, I don't think it's the same. That's what he's trying to point forward. However, with the traffic thing, I would think it's because some women don't want because it's until recent that racism towards women is now going down, the genderism, whatever they call it, and gender bias, right? Something of the sort. So that means women had to work extra hard just to give up a reputation. And then there's this thing we knew as men, that women could always talk themselves out of anything. They've been arrested for something. I had kind of this. So when a woman gets another woman in wrong, they hold them accountable because they are giving the whole race advantage, the whole gender
so
and it's good. A woman, but she can find a woman.
I was reading about contraceptive pill, how it has been wrong for the last 60 years, and a statistic came out that showed that even the medical system is biased against women in pain, in that when a woman comes and she's pain, doctors are quick to prescribe a sedative, and if it's a guy, they prescribe painkillers.
I think we are strong enough to handle it. Genderism is too far.
So we're calling it genderism.
Gender bias is too long.
So recently, on my home village there in Kabale, I don't know if it was Muko, Lake Bunyonyi, we had a water spout that appeared.
When you were in attendance physically, or
I was there in spirit.
Okay.
So was it the ancestors that came down?
I hear that from legend that if you see them appearing, the water spout, it means
it's going to be a regime change.
Yeah, probably a regime change. That's very good. That's a very good idea. So these two spirits are assumed to be fighting, and if you get in their way, you're terrorized. But naturally, geographically, it's just a normal thing. It happens.
It's not a normal thing. It is a rare thing. It's abnormal.
But it's normal.
It's normal.
Because it's just two winds coming from different directions.
It's normal because you don't see it every day.
Okay, fine. So I go into the Mombasa beach, and you see sharks. They rarely don't appear, but when they do appear to look.
What is that? What did we used to call that thing where you're in out of nowhere?
A spout to Ugandans is a mermaid to Africa. So
So is that why most Ugandans are calling it a tornado?
They're almost the same.
Some of them called it a hurricane. So it's
A hurricane,
funny. It was very funny.
But you know, we had never seen it before. We used what we had seen. Movies.
You know the funny thing.
Reference.
You know the funny thing is
went to
that President
Wikipedia.
Museveni, I think today or late in the night, went and made a thread about the water spout and said it's so funny that my Bazukulu don't
just
know.
for clarity's sake, it is President Museveni's account holder who made the thread.
We are not certain about that. We'll assume that because in the US, President Donald Trump handles his own.
He's held responsible. Someone doesn't just post without you.
Exactly.
We're not going to go to court and say.
I'm quite sure he also didn't know what it was meant in English. He must have called like a bunch of advisors and he's like, I want to know what exactly happened. We have footage. Let's analyze. Let's experiment.
Is this a climatic
Yeah,
change?
is it a
Are
problem?
we under attack?
That shows you the impact of media. That
Yeah.
it actually, that means in the near coming future, if we actually had an actual alien invasion or we had a war or something, we're sort of slightly prepared for it.
Yeah.
A nuclear disaster because of the way media has put us
yeah.
for it. Because imagine this happened and the first thing we were like, man, did you see the tornado that happened
In Lake Bunyonyi?
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yes.
You just see the hurricane. I'm like, to dial it down there. No, like,
People are really going to DEFCON 1. Skipping 2 and 3.
speeding it up.
Suddenly Uganda had nuclear weapons and already to launch.
But Allan Banji, that shows a lot of things. I mean, your village is now known for, first of all, it appeared on Black Panther. Kudos to you. And then now we have evil spirits that were fighting in the waters. Man,
But you see,
was that a case of the Batembuzi trying to come back?
I actually told him that the Batembuzi will disappear. Might
They're
have
trying
been
to
tunneling back. They might have a secret base in the
And they're trying to find out what happened.
It's like what happened in Battleship.
Yeah.
They just come out of water and next thing.
Your ship blows up. So, about the Arsenal and Manchester United game, there's been a lot of talk that
Who are you supporting?
I'm an Arsenal guy, and that was very terrible.
No, let's treat that like an AA meeting. Hi guys, nice to meet you.
My name is Allan Bangirana and I support Arsenal.
I support Arsenal. I mean, I think that's what needs to be to be done for most Arsenal fans, because there's a lot. There's so much frustration going around. I mean,
Depression,
depression. Yeah.
So you two guys are depressed.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can calmly say I'm very happy.
Which African man has ever accepted
Let's
that
be
he's
honest.
depressed?
The exception of me, of which I have my own issues. They've grown beards. That's a best symptom of depression. You don't even have the gas to cut it.
What does Derrick have to say about the
I
Arsenal
mean,
game?
man, you guys.
This is a buddy fan. He's happy.
Won.
He's over the roof. And I cannot. Is it shaving or is natural shaving? I mean, we need to differentiate these things. But I mean, for Arsenal, it's a case of repeating the same mistakes over and over again.
I
They
was
brought in
watching one of the rants on Arsenal TV, and the guy said, the last 2 years we had a good defense, but we had a shitty attack. Now we have a good attack, we have a shitty defense.
Yes.
Like, we can't erect the whole system. Like,
Exactly.
next time it will be a shitty midfield. They're already selling midfielders.
And
When are you guys going to?
The funny thing is, I think they have a man. They have an owner who is just getting money out of Arsenal and transferring it to the USA into his
The Rams,
into the Rams in the USA. Basically, he's using Arsenal as
He's guinea pig.
exactly a club that just gets him money so that he can go and invest it properly elsewhere. That's
Kind of like what Ugandan journalists call up say about this government. The milk economy and
You could say that. I mean, it's what the government.
your words.
Then those are not my words. That's good. But it's what the Uganda government. I think they were trying to insinuate with the new current what was supposed to be the ban on sports betting in Uganda, where they were trying to. They are saying that they want sports betting to be
being a
localized.
little bit too excited to say that they're going to be banning the sports betting industry are not renewing licenses, and
I mean, I think it was a
makes
case.
them a lot of money.
I would agree with you. I think they just need to find a system that finds a way of channeling money properly and taking it to URL or to.
But I think these guys are paying a lot of money to URL. You have never seen a gambling act. They just pay a lot of money.
They pay a lot of money, but even besides paying a lot of money, actually, they're investing a lot.
Government can't
license.
ban tobacco.
Yeah.
Because the amount of money those guys contribute to GDP is high.
Is high. I mean, you even look at the investments that these sporting betting companies are putting in. Look at like Betway. They're sponsoring Express FC. They are sponsoring the football.
I think we should adopt. I don't know if it's true the way it is. I think in Rwanda, Tanzania, and probably the Middle East, where you can't own more than 60% of a company when you're not a national.
Yeah.
Just the same way. It's just that you don't know
who is owning what exactly. And also,
but the law came from here.
and also
we owned it.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I mean, you look at how the jobs are in those betting companies. I mean, it's a no-brainer that the Ugandans who are there are not really holding high-profile positions. The ones who make the critical decisions are usually not.
There are some local betting companies. I think there's Top Bet. I think there's 888 or something.
I think a Lion Bet.
4 times something like that. Simba, I think.
But they are not popular because probably offer poor odds.
Even besides even that, they don't have
good. That's the whole point.
The branding,
websites,
proper branding. I think sometime we'll talk about branding in Uganda, how shitty it is.
That's another topic.
It's because the would-be clients who do branding for do not really understand branding. So build them highly for a good product, they would choose the cheaper product and still get shitty branding.
I think there's other people who are paying big money because their companies I know which pay more than 4 billion just for marketing and stuff.
Yeah.
4 billion is enough money.
To do proper branding in a year.
The people, they don't know how to demand for good branding. Yes, we have grown used to being in a mediocre state of things.
Leave alone even
we
that.
don't expect something so good because now everybody was crying how TBW's ads for MTN looked so good or whichever the videos are, but they're not media. These are done in South Africa, but that's because in South Africa there's a standard. You expect things to look like that. So when we see that standard here, we're like, wow, this is great. But this is something basic. Yes, and I'm very sure that video wouldn't pull up the same limelight in the US. Because in the US it's a whole different standard. You have to like wow people with something so big. You've seen the ads they do on the Super Bowl. 30 seconds close or 1 minute, but it's so perfect.
Seems like a movie.
It sends all kinds of shocks through your body.
Even Super Bowl is going too far. Just those 15-second ads that play before you watch a YouTube video. Like
that's true.
On point, I always
still can 15 seconds.
I think a company that still tries to keep good ads is Coke, but I was also told they're not made yet.
They're not. Most of them are not made in Uganda.
I don't think there's any that has been made in Uganda for.
We are showing.
I think Lawrence, the other thing. I think the other thing that we need to talk about in terms of that is that most clients don't know how to demand for quality work because you come to me and I tell you, what, me, I'm an expert in doing this, and you believe that whatever I'm giving you is the gospel, and you take it as such.
Or you have a stubborn client who wants something a certain way.
Yeah, exactly.
So as we see it in web design, you put a very good site for someone which is on the actual trend that's happening internationally. And this guy says, no, I want my site to look like someone, and you're like, wow. I want my site to look exactly like how this guy says.
He wants a company portfolio site and he wants it to look like Monitor. I tell these clients all the time.
What, like these things are not the same.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's always that part where creatives are suppressed.
Exactly, it happens a lot.
Yeah, someone comes and they think they know what they want, but then they actually don't, and you're trying to give them the right meal that has chicken, sprinkled with enough pepperoni, and the guy says, no, I want the beans. You take out.
So, he's the big fan of Apple. The guy is fired over 200 of employees in the which department was that?
The driverless department.
Self-driverless cars department.
First of all, let me correct you. I'm a fan of MacBooks.
Not Apple.
There's a big
So you're like Piers Morgan, who said they make the best MacBooks, best tablets, but don't tell me about their iPhones.
Yes, the iPhones are crap. iPods are now also shit. And I don't think I like their video and whatever else. I used to like Apple when they had Steve Jobs. Because by then I looked up to him. He was very, yes, he had his downsides and whichever, but he got things done.
Yeah.
Now I only like MacBooks because they're perfect to me. They don't have issue. I've been holding a Windows machine for 1 year and I'm crying.
I need to try out a MacBook because it seems everyone who goes to a MacBook gets converted.
No, it's reliable.
People are dealing with PTSD from Microsoft. So, you know, the thing is, I saw this coming when they were building driverless cars. It didn't seem hard, and I was excited because you know it was Apple.
Yeah.
And they were saying, let's put money in building driverless cars and let's compete with Google. But I still told people the same thing. They can't compete with Google. Google initiated everything. To the extent some companies are using Google technology.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that shows you what Google is up to. And I used to tell this to people. Google has a lot of divisions that do things, but they're not necessarily doing them to sell them.
They're
doing
doing it
them
for the
to
future
sell the
time.
technology. Yes.
Yeah.
Future time.
So when Apple went in and leased off a whole field that was being used by the US Army to train people.
Yeah.
They had a big field houses, real life sort of
environment.
tests,
Yes.
So Apple bought it and I'm like, wow, this is a lot of money, guys. These guys are splashing $1 trillion.
I mean, Lawrence, I need to ask though, is it a case of Apple trying to do quite almost everything at the time when they were going through a lot of challenges? Because remember, that's the time when they are still having challenges with China, where they were initially making their phones and most of their products from, and now you have them also trying to have the driverless section and trying to chew almost everything, but having a lot of fights that they are doing at the back.
I think I have no issue with whatever they've done with firing 200 people, because there's something that Steve mentioned in his book about, or in his Bible. I don't know if he mentioned it, but for a company, if you fear to cannibalize yourself, you will not grow. Because he had some challenges when he introduced the iPod.
Yeah.
It replaced the iPod. The iPhone actually. So if he hadn't done that, someone else would have come and introduced a phone that can do what the iPod does. So he had to forego the iPod to develop the iPhone. He cannibalized the other product. Then he made the iMacs as well. Like other companies would fear to do that. So what happened to Nokia? They feared to eat their most selling product at that moment to come up with a new one. So the fact that they've gone driverless.
You see, for Apple investing in whatever it's doing, it's because as a smart person you're doing business, you must diversify. Because at the end of the day, when someone is coming after your marketable product, you need to have a replacement.
Plus there was a 3 billion decrease in phone
Let's
sales
remember back in the day
last year.
Yes, back in the day, the Apple desktop used to sell a lot, the G4 and whichever. Today, how often do you hear about the G4? The G series. So you have to quickly adapt and switch. Because last year I recall they're even phasing out the MacBook Air because the MacBook is almost now as small as the MacBook Air. So there's irrelevant.
But the MacBook Air was useless. Okay, I'm not saying completely useless,
but it made them
to a larger extent
because it was a budget laptop. People used to get laptops the same price on Windows.
Alan, would you be kind with your words? Because I want to get a Mac Air. What's wrong with you?
No, don't get a Mac Air. Get a MacBook Pro at least.
So
will you facilitate the budget?
You judge how.
that is the same way. You see, Apple realized iPhone sales would dip soon.
Yeah.
So they had to find. That's why they say investing in movies, investing in series, investing in music. That's why everything has been overhauled. We now have iTunes Music. Is it Apple Music?
Yeah, music.
We now have the coming Apple movies because they have already got some of the biggest directors in Hollywood to start doing series. Like to have their own shows similar to Netflix. And that makes you pose a question: what's going to happen to the other guys who have been streaming through?
Yeah.
But to me, the driverless thing was an over-ambition. They asked because entertainment will still be around for years to come. And that was their biggest thing. If they actually pump so much money in it, everybody was a device. You can keep them having the same phone and just charge them subscription for it.
For all the
So instead of releasing an iPhone every after 6 or 8 months, you instead just release a new update to the streaming service. A new show.
And you release one phone in a year.
And make money.
When you also look at it on the diversity side, is since the iShip family is big, you have an iWatch, an iPod, an iPad, an iPhone, then you have an iCar. So they still have cars.
Can I watch?
Can I watch all the other devices? They might fall for it. So
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Simple question, Derrick. Can I watch a Winnie Nwanje shaking on the iWatch?
I don't think our body is fit enough to be on that.
I don't think that was the purpose.
I don't think that was the purpose.
Like, sometimes it's the power of Canada plays is extreme. And that shows you poor choice. Stop being racist.
Maybe just ask, how did you arrive at picking Winnie Nwanje, for example?
She has the best music.
Yes, Lawrence.
I don't care what you have to say. Winnie Nwanje does it for me.
What happened to Desire Luzinda?
Who?
Desire Luzinda.
What? Who's Desire Luzinda? I see what you did there. Stupid.
This was good music.
Silly. I heard she went to the US.
Without the video, I don't think you guys would be calling some music good. But let's continue. So, you see, I think the only thing that makes me mad is firing 200 players is extreme.
Yeah.
And it shows that the division is fading. There is no way you can say you're going to keep working on something when you're flying 200 players.
Yeah.
It's either shutting down or something. However, Apple should learn to swallow its pride. If I were them, I would have jumped on ship and, got technology from Google, leased it, and probably done something similar to Uber, whichever, but try to catch up faster to the driverless. Or you do something about a bus.
Than starting from scratch.
Exactly. So, because that is, very few people are actually putting too much effort on the mainstream public transportation. Do a driverless bus that's going through London, because those guys have the largest bus system, and maybe trams or something in the US, and that means the governments themselves are going to lease you to run this technology. And that means you're catching up faster and you're trusted. Then later on, maybe jump to trucks or whichever, because similarly, Tesla is having issues.
Yeah,
and I had they also planning
to lease off some people.
But they got to try to.
Seems like it's a year of jobs lost.
Exactly.
Because the year the Lord has
Volvo
made.
and Tesla, and there's another company, I keep forgetting a name, trying to make driverless trucks.
The Lord does what?
The year the Lord has made.